Hey, I'm Ray Talabas again, doing another episode of a cigar review. The cigar for today's review is, as promised from the last episode, which was a review on a Cuban stock um, Extra Fuerte Churchill. I promised the next review would be the La Gloria Cubana Serie R. Um, they're known for their thick ring gauges, as you can tell. Not really sure what size this is. It's really got a really thick ring gauge. I would say the ring gauge is like a 60. I would say the length is probably like maybe a 6, so maybe a 6 by 60. I don't think they have like an official designation for these new thicker cigars. I think Cigar Aficionado. I subscribe to Cigar Aficionado. You know that if you saw the last episode on the Cuban stock Extra Fuerte Churchill. Cigar Aficionado classifies them as grandes now, so I guess that's what I'm going to go with. It's the Gloria Cubana Serie R Maduro Grande. It's a favorite smoke among a lot of my friends. A lot of people in the know that it's a great cigar. I think it's been said that Mr. Carrillo kind of like ushered in the thick ring gauge kind of era, and part of it was due to the fact of the release of the Serie R. I don't know how much of that is true. Um, I mean, I have no reason to doubt it. Um, I mean, if you're familiar with my reviews, all the cigars that I review come out of my humidors. And the reason why they're in my humidors is because I love them. I love a whole variety of cigars, whether they be Connecticut or Rosado, natural, dark natural, or Maduro. I love a whole variety of cigars. Preferably, I like kind of like the Connecticut and the Rosado flavor. You'll know that too if you've ever seen any of my previous reviews, which were like I've only done like I guess two previous reviews or two or three. I know I did one. The first one was the Opus X Corona. The second one was the Tatuaje Black Label. So I've done three reviews so far. This is my fourth on this one. The third one was the Cuban stock Extra Fuerte. You know, you also know they all run kind of long. Hopefully, I'll figure this out on the length part. Anyway, so I mean, I love this cigar. It's a Maduro, as you can see. It's a very dark Maduro. Um, Maduro means that, like, I think that they kind of like age the wrapper leaf longer, or they do some kind of different kind of fermentation. I mean, I could always research that. I probably should have, but you know, I'm not that kind of person. But if this was a more professional review, then I probably would have done that. But I'm not professional. I just love cigars. I love smoking cigars. I love I love the way that you like they said BOTL Brotherhood of the Leaf. There's a brotherhood of people who smoke cigars or pipes or whatever. It's the tobacco. There's something that brings out like the familiarity or the collegiality of the whole thing. Um, I'm kind of diverting to another area, but I mean, Ernesto Perez Carrillo is the man. He was the head of Gloria Cubana for many years, and then eventually sold the company to a larger corporation, might be an Altadis or General, I believe. Then he went on his own venture with the EP Carrillo or EPC company, cigar company. Great companies, great man. She's got a hot daughter. I think her name is Lizette. But anyway, I'm pairing the cigar with a beer that I really love. It's called Anchor Steam from San Francisco. Um, I mean, like, it's a unique beer. It's made by the steam method, hence Anchor Steam. Um, I don't know. I don't know any other beers that are steam beers, but nevertheless, it's a great beer. Um, Very malty, very dark kind of flavors. It's not like as dark as a porter or a stout, but it's more leaning towards in that general direction. Great beer. I've never had Anchor Steam beer from San Francisco. It's a relatively popular beer. I mean, like I heard of it, and that's why I initially drank it. Like when I was younger, whether I was legal or not, that's up to debate. I mean, I started drinking when I was like 14. I went to a I went to a college prep high school called Boys Latin in Baltimore, Maryland, and I don't know if the college prepped me for college in general. I went to Loyola University. Actually, it was Loyola College, and now it's Loyola University in Baltimore. I don't think I was quite prepared for that, but it taught us how to party, how to drink beer, do some maybe questionable things in terms of legality and smoking things. But you know, I don't know. I had a fun time in high school. A lot of good friends, a lot of good memories, a lot of cute girlfriends. Anyway, beer is delicious. I mean, you might be wondering, like, this is now the fourth review in about 4 days. I don't think I can keep up this pace. I don't think I want to. This might be the last review for a little while. I'm not really sure. I can't really decide on that. But gotta cut this thing. It's got a foot band. I hate removing bands. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's like you want to smoke a cigar and you got to remove the bands, and I don't know. It's complicated. That's me. It's like removing a band is complicated to me. It's like I mean, it's complicated for a lot of people though. So you'll see reviewers on other you know other episodes of other reviews, and like they'll like struggle with the bands too and stuff. Like there might be too much glue, or I don't know. Hopefully this band comes off easy. Hope it slides off. That would be nice. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and uh, clip the cap off the head and see if this. No, no, it doesn't slide off. Oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and clip the cap off the head and try to remove this footband, and don't wanna don't wanna burden you with my struggles with it. So I'm gonna take a break here, light the cigar, clip it, light it, and smoke it, and we'll get on from there. All right, ciao. Well, here we are. Um, Smoking this into the first third of this cigar. Um, just a beautiful, beautiful cigar. Um, the Gloria Cubana Serie R. Um, as you can see, it's a wonderful, wonderful. Like the flavors are like chocolate cake, coffee, earth, oak, cedar, tobacco flavor. It's got it all. I mean, very well balanced. I mean, very strong flavor. Very, very strong flavor. Very strong. Very powerful. Very the body is just very strong. The smoke is basically pouring off the foot of the cigar, and the smoke output is amazing on the draw. Phenomenal cigar. 5-year-old Gloria Serie R. Tastes stronger than, well, it's not strong. It tastes like it's fresh out of the box, which is amazing to me. I've been finding that lately with the cigars I've been smoking that are 3, 4, 5 years old. Steam goes really well with it. Very caramely, very kind of like malty. Um, I mean, it's not too heavy body. I mean, it's not like a stout or like a porter at Steam. Like I said, it's a steam beer. Not too many steam beers out there. I mean, I don't know of any other. It's a process they use to brew this beer. It's almost done. Went to the liquor store today. Like I said in my last review, um, I ran out of beer, and I had to go ahead and just drink liquor, and it turned out to be Balvenie, 12-year-old, and which was beautiful. But as you can see, I made it to the liquor store today before this review and bought some Budweiser, bought some Anchor Steam, and some Heavy Seas Alfie Effect. Heavy Seas is a Baltimore beer. Very proud of Heavy Seas, coming from Maryland. Great beer company, make a lot of great ales. Their most popular beer probably is called the Heavy Seas Loose Cannon, which is a double IPA, which is a bit much for me. I mean, IPAs, I love IPAs, but I don't know about a double IPA. That kind of sounds scary. But I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. So my impression of this cigar, phenomenal smoke. The La Gloria Cubana Serie R. Among my friends, is a favorite kind of smoke. They all know it, they all love it, and they hold it in high regard. And there's a reason, because it's just a wonderful smoke. It's a very balanced smoke for a strong Maduro. The flavors are powerful. The body is very, very full. I mean, literally, smoke is pouring off the foot of this cigar, and the draw has plenty of smoke, a lot of smoke, and it's a very, very full-flavored cigar, full-body cigar. I'm getting oak, I'm getting cedar, I'm getting chocolate cake, I'm getting coffee, earth, spice. Those are my impressions of the cigar so far, and I just adore this cigar. A 5-year-old. This is a 5-year-old La Gloria Serie R. Um, I mean, this is one of my favorite cigars. I mean, love it dearly. When I bought this cigar, I bought a humidor that held like around, I want to say like 100 cigars or whatever, and 100, 150, one of my larger ones. And along with this Serie R, I bought a whole bunch. I bought a box of Serie Rs and a box of Romeo y Julieta Reserva Real Churchills, and never regretted it. Both they hold my heart. They couldn't be different, but they're like just two of my favorite cigars. I love La Gloria Cubana Serie R. I love RAJs. I mean, like I said, they couldn't be more different. One's almost like a Connecticut, like light natural, and the other one's like a dark Maduro, but I bought them at the same time, and like they've been cohabiting very friendly with each other. So I'm giving some more tasting notes on this. I mean, it's a wonderful cigar. It's very well balanced because of the oak. The oak kind of like cuts through the richness of the chocolate cake or chocolate flavor, and you need that kind of like bitterness or strong kind of like bitey flavor to kind of like pierce through the the chocolate richness. You know what I mean? The earth, because there is sweetness in the cigar, and the oak kind of like counterbalances that too. Very, very well balanced cigar for such a strong Maduro. There's a reason why my friends love this cigar, and it's held in high regard. You know, Ernesto Perez Carrillo is the man. You know what I mean? He started this kind of like Serie R, the big ring gauge movement. You know, his EPC company. His name is Ernesto Perez Carrillo. Is a wonderful company, making great cigars. Anyway, those are my tasting notes. So just a very rich, balanced, beautiful cigar. I love this cigar. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, smoke some more of this down, and I'll get back to you. I need to refresh. I need to get another beer, and I hope you guys are enjoying your afternoon or your day or your night, or whatever. And I hope you find some time to enjoy a little bit of tobacco. You know, I mean, whether it be a pipe or a cigar or cigarette, or whatever you enjoy doing, whether it be like, whatever hobby you have. I just hope you have some kind of leisure in your life today. I mean, you don't have to, but I hope you happiness. So anyway, I'm going to take a break. And I'll catch you on the flip side. All right, hey, back again. You know, so you know how I closed the last segment saying see you on the flip side. Well, it's kind of funny because I'm Filipino American, and Filipinos are sometimes referred to as flips. Um, anyway, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe that's a non sequitur. I don't know. So I got another beer to pair with my cigar, my Gloria Serie R Grande, so 6x60. It's another heavy seas beer. I mean, if you saw my last review, I think, or a review before that, I had a heavy seas. This is another one. It's an Alfie effect. They say it's a cloudy pale ale or cloudy IPA, hazy IPA. They say hazy IPA. I mean, you can see it right there. I think hazy IPA. Um, About 7% alcohol, so it's not a light alcohol beer at all. Very IPA-ish, in other words, very kind of like citrusy, but with a bitter component to it. I love IPAs. I mean, you know, taste preferences. Anyway, smoking this cigar, I'm down to the second third now. Beginning of the second third of the Gloria Cubana Serie R 6x60. I guess you could call it Grandes. Ariana Grande, no, she's hot. Uh, you know, the flavor profile has definitely shifted from the chocolate cake kind of earth to a more of an oaky. The oak component right now is kind of like dominating. What I'm tasting right now. Still a very full draw. Um, like I said, this has become mostly a predominantly oaky cigar taste right now, which I love. And there's a little bit of pencil lead too. I love pencil lead. It's a pencil lead, but it kind of has the ability to cut through the richness of some cigars. Um, whether it be a richness of like say cedar or or tobacco flavor, like a rich tobacco. Pencil lead tends to be able to cut through it and just make it more enjoyable. I'm getting a lot of oak out of this right now, which I like. I love oak. I mean, some people might not like oak. I love oak. I mean, to me, it kind of like it's like a balancing component to a cigar. I mean, I miss it when I don't have it. A lot of cigars don't have it. getting some spice. I got a weird flavor there. I don't know what that was. It was like a kind of like a tobacco. I mean, that came out of nowhere. I haven't tasted tobacco for like about half an inch already, or an inch. Got that right at the end. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. So there are flavor transitions in the cigar, and different flavors can sometimes pop in and out, like the tobacco flavor. Back to it's more like leather now. I don't know. I'm on a joyride right now with this Gloria Serie R. Now, I'm not saying like every Serie R is going to taste like this, because mind you, this is a 5-year-old Gloria Serie R. I can't honestly say that a fresh one, like you go to a B&M or whatever, brick and mortar, pick up a Gloria Serie R hoping it tastes like this. It might, but I mean, I can't say that it will, because this has got 5 years of age on it. I mean, I might say that you might want to pick up a few and age them, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, you guys are smart out there. You do what you do, and I do what I do, and we all figure it out somehow. I bet you're fortunate, like I said, that I'm not going off on some kind of PC politically correct tangent somewhere, talking about, societal, morals or whatever, or societal etiquette or whatever. I don't know. On like cigars or whatever, or like personal interactions or whatever. I mean, you probably had enough of that with the last review, so try to keep that to a minimum, hopefully. But no guarantees. I'm drinking beer, so that kind of like inhibits your inhibitions and your judgment. So the more beer I drink is like I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Smoking a great cigar, drinking a great beer. Heavy C's from Baltimore, by the way. Yeah, Heavy C's. Come on, all power to you, man. Props. Be more. But it says, what does it say? It says here, born near the harbor of Baltimore, raised in the spirit of exploration, Heavy C's has been independently brewed since 1995. We strive to craft beers that capture your sense of adventure. Fearless, bold, independent. Put the wind at your back and enjoy the Heavy C's. I mean, that's what it is, man. Baltimore beer. I'm proud of it. I mean, like, when a great product like that comes from your hometown, I mean, you can't help but get behind it. I mean, like, it's not like we're like New York City or Los Angeles or California or New York or like, even Chicago or, or Maryland. We're like one of the smallest states in the union. I mean, when you produce like Johns Hopkins or, when you produce like products like that, you're proud of it. I'm proud of Heavy C. Go be more. Go Maryland. Pride. State pride. I don't know. That's how I feel. We all do it. We're all proud of like the great stuff that comes out of our states. Why not? It's pride. Pride for where you came from. I mean, like, my parents came from the Philippines in like the 60s. Both are doctors. I went to medical school for a year, then I got sick, so couldn't do it. Recently graduated from Towson University with an information systems degree. I can't find it. I've been like looking for a job for a year in information systems. They all want like 5 to 8 years experience, system administrator, some systems, whatever. It's like, you graduate college, how the heck are you supposed to have 5 to 8 years experience? You know what I mean? I don't know, but anyway, both my parents came from the Philippines. They were immigrated in the 1960s as doctors. They all became naturalized. I was born here, and I consider myself an American. I'm Filipino American, but I was born here, so I'm American. So, to me, America is the greatest country in the world. You know, um, Personal freedom is like a high priority. You know, there's a lot of people that help each other, help other countries. You know, I mean, we have great, um, like, what is it called? We have great, we have great programs, social programs like Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, to help people who can't help themselves at times. And so it's great to see a country take care of their own people who need help. You know, because a lot of countries aren't like that. The Philippines doesn't have Medicaid, Medicare. I'm pretty sure they don't have Medicaid, Medicare. I don't think they have Social Security. But America's great like that. You know, we help other countries, we help our own. Here I'm going political again. Well, okay, I'm getting like leather here, leather and oak. It's like, is this a freaking cigar review, or is this like, you know, some kind of like history lesson? I don't even know. Let's try to keep it a cigar review. That's oaky. That's like tobacco in the middle. Uh, very strong. I mean, the body on this, the flavor on this is just so full. Mm. You know, like I said before, you know, you guys are probably all sick of how I'm like just gushing over these cigar reviews. But like I said, like, you know, I get these cigars from my own personal stock. And the reason why I stock them is because I've smoked them before. I've read great reviews or whatever, and I love them. Because I've smoked all the cigars that I have that I bought, and I love all of them. Believe me, I love all the cigars that I have. You know, and so I can't help, I can't help it that I love these cigars because I bought them because I love them. I mean, I know it's circular, but you know, if you're looking for a bad review, you may as well trick and like go to another, you know, reviewer or whatever. Because I love my cigars, and I can't help it that I love them because they're great. I mean, you might want to take note of the cigars that I'm reviewing because in my book they're great. You know, I wouldn't have bought them if they're not great. One other great Maduro that I have that I didn't taste at first, but I read great reviews about them, so I bought them and the reviews are right. Is L'Atelier or La Mission de L'Atelier. It's from L'Atelier Productions by Pete Johnson, his brother, and some other associates. It's called La Mission de L'Atelier. It's a Maduro box press Robusto. I think I got the 1979 one or whatever. I can't remember, but it's a Robusto box press. Very similar to this. Just a great smoke. That was another. I mean, like I have cousins that come over and visit sometimes, and you know, sometimes like I ask them if they want to smoke a cigar. Last time was like maybe a month or two ago. I had a couple of cousins. They're guys, and you know, we decided to smoke. I let them share because they're really not big cigar smokers or cigar smokers at all. Maybe they dabble in it a little bit. So I gave them a L'Inicion de Latier Robusto to share, and they took a couple of puffs, and it was just way too strong for them. And you know, I mean, I probably should have known better, but I didn't. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Getting chocolate now. Chocolate, pencil lead. The yolk has died down a little bit. Um, you know, the smoke production is still awesome. Gives us a lot of spice, a lot of tobacco, some graphite, some interesting flavors. I love graphite. This beer is awesome. It's going really well with this, the Gloria Serie R. Either that or I caught a buzz and I really can't tell what's going on. Probably a little bit of both. Down the hatch. That's for that. That's up for this. That's all for this. I mean, all for this. Okay. Well, As you can see, I'm at the halfway point. Um, About we're 30 minutes in. I hate to like leave you um, into a break without like giving you some like forewarning that I'm gonna take a break. We're at 30 minutes right now, and there's a little counter on my freaking video screen. And all I know is let me just try to give you um, some more information on this cigar, the Gloria Serie R 6x60 Grandes. The burn has been pretty good. I had to touch it up maybe one time. I mean, I think I said before that I really put too much gravitas into like the burn line. I don't get me wrong. I do appreciate when a cigar has a straight burn from beginning to end. I do appreciate that. I mean, I am a cigar smoker, but I really don't debit it a cigar if the cigar burn gets wavy or you have to correct it. I mean, whatever. I mean, what it takes a couple of seconds to correct a cigar burn. And the taste in my experience doesn't really change at all. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm a cigar smoker. I appreciate a straight burn, but I don't really don't debit cigars. I mean, they're a handmade product. I'll take the cigar the way it is, as long as it tastes good, draws good. I'll take a cigar as the way it is. So you're going out. Oh, hmm. Wow, that's rich. That is rich. I don't even know how to explain that. It's like sometimes you taste like a cigar and like you're like, what did I just taste there? I mean, I could tell you chocolate, leather, spice, not so much oak. That was tobacco. That was amazing. What a wonderful cigar experience. I mean, you can tell why I love cigars. I mean, it's such an engrossing activity. You're constantly being entertained by your cigar. You're breathing this natural product handmade by artists, and it lasts for maybe an hour to 2 hours or whatever, 2 plus hours, and it's like a journey, and well worth the price of admission as far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna pop open a Budweiser. I kind of gave you an idea of where I'm at in terms of the halfway point of the cigar. Very tobacco-y, whatever. I'm gonna pop open this Budweiser, take a break, smoke some more into this thing. I'm basically past the halfway point. I'll get back to you, smoke a little bit more of this, take the band off, and I'll get right back at you. Anyway, take care. Hey, back again. So I got down to like say the final third of this La Gloria Cubana Serie R, 5-year-old La Gloria. Yeah, it's changing a lot, during the time that I smoked this off camera. It's like if at first it was kind of like oaky, and then it turned there was a then there was a cayenne kind of spice to it. Then there was like tobacco came to the forefront. You know, I mean, because describing a cigar can be exact, and then sometimes you're like, you don't even know what you're tasting. You know, like sometimes if I do that, then I'm like, oh, it's a tobacco flavor or whatever. Um, Been a lot of transitions. Um, One thing I got, that's an oaky one, was a introduction to caramel. Um, you know, I love caramel. I love caramel in a cigar. I've been chasing that. I've been chasing that unicorn ever since I had like an Arturo Fuente. This was when I was first starting to smoke cigars. I swear it was like a caramel flavor that I've been chasing like ever since. I mean, I had a one party gift that I shared with a cousin. I mean, I had my own party gift. He had his own party gift, and we were like smoking together. That had that caramel kind of like sweet caramel bent to it. Been chasing that unicorn ever since. I haven't, and I mean, I associated that with like Cameroon rappers. I mean, because a lot of Fuentes and Partagas have that Cameroon wrapper, but I've smoked a lot of Cameroon wrappers since then, and I haven't been able to find it. I mean, a lot of times cigar smokers chase that unicorn, that one kind of experience they want to replicate, and they try and try and try, and I mean, hopefully eventually I'll get it. But that one, that last, um, that was a, I don't know what that was. What was that? Tobacco. That was tobacco. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, tobacco is a magical plant. You know what I mean? You wouldn't expect that one plant can produce so many different flavors. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm just thankful that we have it. Um, you know, kind of makes it worthwhile to smoke a cigar. By the way, I'm drinking a Budweiser now. Um, this beer and soul cerveza, Mexican cerveza, are my favorite beers. I mean, as you can tell, I like different kinds of beers. Anchor Steam is totally different from Budweiser, as is Alpha Effect. Alpha Effect is an IPA. And Anchor Steam is kind of like a almost sort of like a brown ale or something. Not exactly like a brown ale, but it's more towards that direction. And Budweiser is a pilsner. Soul is a lager, I would imagine. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like I said in one of those reviews earlier that I like easygoing. I mean, delicious beers that you can drink a lot of and you just enjoy them. You know, but yeah. So the cigar, I'm kind of like losing focus now. I don't know if I need like Adderall or something to keep me focused, but not that I advocate taking Adderall unless you have a diagnosis by a certified medical doctor. I've never taken Adderall or any kind of amphetamine, kind of like concentration helper kind of medicine. I know a lot of like college students do that, just to get through exams and stuff. But whatever, man, whatever you do, you do. I don't care. I mean, as long as you don't get busted. So I'm tasting caramel. I'm tasting like tobacco. Um, Spice. I was catching some spice earlier. Ooh, that's like a I don't even. I mean, it's like a tobacco flavor, but it's very intense. I mean, like the chocolate cake has pretty much like left the party. Oak is still there a little bit. Um, it's just turning more into a savory kind of like smoke. It's turning more serious than it was before because when they had the chocolate, there was a sweetness to it. So it wasn't that serious, but the oak was kind of like, the counterbalance to the chocolate cake, keeping it nicely balanced. Now it's turning into more of a serious smoke, I guess. So we're into the final third, rounding the bend, as they would say at the Preakness, Baltimore, Preakness. I mean, what am I going to say? Like the Belmont Stakes? I hate the Yankees. I don't hate the Yankees. Oh, I do hate the Yankees because they're rivals to the Orioles, but I respect the Yankees. I mean, I liked them when they had Jeter. I can't believe I'm admitting this, but I'm admitting this. I liked them when they had Jeter and Bernie Williams and Posada and Andy Pettit. They seemed like such a New York team. They had like Dominicans and they had Hispanics and they had blacks and they had like, just seemed like representative of the New York area, and they were really good. I mean, as an Oriole, as a Baltimorean, I mean, I just hope I don't get run out of town by admitting that. I hope no one from Baltimore is watching this video. But I did like those Yankee teams back in the '90s, you know, with Joe Torre and I don't know. I mean, they're a good team. They beat us a couple times in the playoffs. When the Orioles made the playoffs, and that hasn't. I mean, they made the playoffs maybe 4 years ago, but I mean, recently, like I don't know, they've been sliding. What can you do? You're a Baltimore fan. I mean, I'm just glad I'm not like a freaking like Cleveland fan or a Brown fan for that matter. I mean, they're perfect. They had a perfect losing season. I hate to be a hater, but I'm glad I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan. I think that was 2 years ago when they had a perfect losing season. That's whatever. I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to start like any kind of turf war or whatever. I mean, the Ravens are no great shakes either, though, and the Orioles are no great shakes. I mean, like the Orioles, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with them. You know what I mean? They need pitching. I know that. But I'm not going to get into the political arena about the Orioles or the Ravens for that matter. The Ravens. I don't know, man. You know, I mean, if you're not gonna make the playoffs, you may as well be really bad so you can get a really good pick in the draft. I don't know. I really don't follow sports anymore. The Orioles suck, and I mean, it hurts my heart to say that, but Ravens aren't really that great. I don't know. But the Caps won. Yeah, the Caps won the NHL Stanley Cup. I mean, like close enough to Baltimore. We don't have a hockey team here, so we adopted the Capitals as our hockey team, and it's good to see them win the Stanley Cup. Go Caps! My best friend, who passed away from suicide, we believe, got me into hockey. He was a huge Caps fan about like 7 or 8 years ago. Go Ovechkin! You know what I mean? I miss like Ovechkin. Ovechkin's still there, but like Backstrom and Semgen. Those. I mean, my friend got me into hockey. My best friend who passed away, unfortunately. Okay, he was a really huge Caps fan. He wouldn't miss a game on television, but God rest his soul. But anyway, here's to you, Brian. Love you. Um, you know, I mean, I don't know. Life's full of ups and downs, and you know, hopefully it would be great to have like a curve that just constantly curved up, and it got better and better. Maybe someday we'll live a life like that, straight up to heaven. I don't know. As it is, I'm enjoying my Budweiser. Enjoying my La Gloria Serie R 6x60 Grandes. Um, you know, um, I don't know. I mean, just, I mean, all I know is I believe in you because I believe in me. You know what I mean? I can do it. Anyone can do it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much an enabler. I believe that I believe in people. You know what I mean? I believe that I was at Towson University. Like I said, I graduated last May, but this was earlier, like around 2000s or whatever. Because I kind of went in and out of college for a while. Graduated last May though. And there was this girl thinking about a double major. I think it was really heavy major, like a computer science major and like a engineering major or a business major. And I told her, she was like, talking to me. We're like, I'm not sure I can do it. I'm like, look, if it's in your heart, it's in there for a reason. God put it there. So you have to believe in yourself and you can do it. Just do it. And that's what I believe. I mean, like, just, I believe in people. I believe people have boundless potential. I believe that people can find their way out of whatever they're in. Now, I might be an optimist, but, I mean, sue me. You know what I mean? If you don't like it. But good luck with that. Anyway, here I go off the cigar again. Is this a cigar review, or is this kind of like some existential exercise in like the unbearable lightness of being, which is a great movie by the way. Can't remember it though, but it was a great movie. I'm pretty sure I saw that movie. Great title, Unbearable Lightness of Being. So I'll give you a final tasting though on this La Gloria Serie R 6x60 Grandes. A lot of changes in profile of flavor. Getting back to the oak now. Some spice, some tobacco. Um, I mean, to me, it's an icon of a cigar, the La Gloria Cubana Serie R. Testament to Ernesto Perez Carrillo, the man. Um, he's the man. I mean, like, he makes great cigars. So anyway, let's wrap this up. One more tasting. I'm tasting a lot of tobacco right now, which is wonderful. Very savory. Um, like I said, I recommend this cigar. 5 stars out of 5 stars. Of course, this is a 5-year-old La Gloria. So your results may vary depending upon how old your La Gloria is that you buy if you decide to try it. Uh, and I have a little bit of Budweiser left, a good old Bud. This is to everybody out there. Cheers. And chase it with a great La Gloria. Here's to you, Mr. Ernesto Perez Carrillo, maker of this fine cigar. Um, Here's to you. May your dreams come true. Um, May you have good health, good happiness, good friends, family, and great fortune. All the best. Take care.